Okay, thanks for showing up, everybody. Today we have Capella University present. They're going to give us some information on some of the benefits that you as key employees are eligible for through Capella.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me today, everyone. My name is Jess Hargesheimer, and I am going to be your host from Capella. Throughout the presentation, I'll introduce you to Capella University, the available programs that we do have, and then I'll also highlight our partnership benefits, which does include reduced tuition for Key Autism Services employees and immediate family members. Feel free to type any questions that you have into the chat, and then there will be time for us to go over those questions you may want to ask live at the end of the presentation as well. Let's go ahead and get started. So to introduce Capella, Capella is a fully online university that's based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Capella was founded in the early 90s with the goal of offering accredited online degree options for the working adult. So we wanted to extend higher education to those who do prefer flexibility with their busy schedules. So one of the goals, as I mentioned, was of Capella to be able to offer accredited degree options, and we have done that. So Capella is an accredited university, which just ensures that every degree program we're offering is relevant, recognized, and respected. We are regionally accredited through the Higher Learning Commission, which is the most widely recognized form of academic accreditation across the U.S. And then in addition to that institutional accreditation, we've also earned specialized and program-specific accreditations, which then recognizes the quality of our degree programs. So for an example, at Capella, you can earn a CACREP accredited counseling degree. There's an ACBSP accredited business degree. There's also a CCNE accredited nursing degree, just to name a few, and we'll definitely cover more accreditations throughout the presentation today. So I think one thing that makes Capella truly unique, especially in the higher education space, is that we have recognized that everybody learns differently. So we've actually developed two different online learning formats for some of our degree programs here. We have our guided path learning format, and then we also have a flex path learning format. Now, both of these formats are going to be 100% online for your didactic coursework. You'll have access to all of the same support services in either learning format, which I'll cover here in a second. And both are actually going to offer monthly start dates. So the way that you're completing the courses is going to be a little bit different, as well as the way that tuition is billed. So let me start off by introducing Guided Path. So the guided path learning format is our more standard, more structured option, and it is available for all of our degree offerings here at Capella. Students in the guided path learning format will follow a quarter academic calendar, so you'll be in 1 to 2 classes for 10 weeks at a time, and then have like a 2 to 3 week break in between each quarter. When you are in classes, you are typically in there with about 20 classmates as well as your instructor, and you are expected to meet weekly deadlines for discussion posts and assignments. But the great thing is with this Capella guided path format is that you get to choose when you're completing the work each week. So you won't have to get logged in for live lectures or anything like that on specific days. So you can complete all of your work on a Tuesday if you wanted to. You could spread the work out throughout the week, or you could be like my husband, who's in a guided path learning format program. He likes to do all of his assignments on Sunday night about 5 minutes before the due date. But it's really whatever works best for your schedule week to week to week. So that's a little bit about guided path. Now we also have this flex path option, and I'm just going to give you a heads up that this is not going to be available for all of our degree offerings here. But in the FlexPath option, you will not have classmates, you will not have due dates, you won't have deadlines for your assignments. It's really just going to be you and your instructor in each course. Within each course, you'll be working through about 3 to 6 assignments, which can be papers, PowerPoints, case studies, or even presentations. And you'll work through these at your own pace, whether that's getting through all of the assignments in one weekend or 1 month. In FlexPath, you'll have access to one course at a time, and then you'll work on your courses one after the next until you finish all of your courses and you've graduated. So with this FlexPath option, you do get to set the pace of how quick you graduate. Again, the FlexPath option is not available for all of our degree programs, but when it is available, it can be a really good fit for those with irregular schedules week to week. Now, you did hear me mention student support earlier in the presentation or on the last slide, and I just want to let you know that student support is truly a core value here at Capella University, and you'll notice that as soon as you begin your academic journey here. So the first layer of support that you're going to be introduced to is an enrollment counselor. Now, an enrollment counselor here at Capella is going to be that person that helps you find your best program fit. They'll help you navigate the admissions application and transfer credit process, and then really help you get prepared for your first class. Again, Capella does offer monthly start dates for the majority of our degree programs. So actually up to 4 weeks prior to starting a program at Capella, that's when you're going to want to connect with your enrollment counselor. And at that time, they'll also set you up with an online orientation that will introduce you to all of the student support services available to you, such as the tutoring services, the library resources. We have a writing center, the 24/7 tech support line will all be introduced to you in that orientation. And then we'll also give you time in that orientation, and we'll set you up with like a practice course just to make sure that you're feeling 100% confident with the online platform, how to submit your assignments, where to contact your instructor, all of that good stuff well before you start your classes. So just know that here at Capella, you are never going to feel alone in your academic journey. So in today's presentation, I thought I would touch base a little bit more in depth about our social and behavioral sciences programs, as I understand that many of you might be looking for those kinds of education options. So Capella's social and behavioral sciences portfolio does include bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs in counseling and family therapy, psychology, social work / human services, and also behavior analysis. In each of these areas of interest, Capella is dedicated to establishing high quality learning by allowing learners to specialize in a variety of fields spanning across various disciplines. So we help learners develop the knowledge, skills, and values that show increased leadership, scholarship, and service. Now, to start off, I would love to start by introducing our counseling degrees offered here at Capella. As a heads up, these programs are only offered in the guided path format, but we do have a bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs within this counseling space. The Bachelor of Science in Psychology pre-counseling program is going to be reserved for those that are interested in obtaining a bachelor's and then interested in doing one of Capella's master's programs in either clinical mental health counseling, marriage and family therapy, or school counseling. So that program, that bachelor's, is not designed to prepare you for a license. It's really more of a stepping stone for a master's programs where then you would be prepped to sit for licensure. So speaking of our master's counseling programs, our counseling programs here in the master's space do take roughly 3 years to complete if you're going full time straight through. You will travel twice in your program, which will likely be out of state for 4.5 day intensive workshop experiences where you're going to gain hands-on skills training. And then that last 9 to 12 months of your program is going to be an internship / practicum done locally to you. Now, these master's programs are designed to help you meet the requirements to seek licensure as a licensed alcohol and drug counselor, a licensed professional counselor, a mental health counselor, or a licensed marriage and family therapist. And accreditation, just letting you know, the clinical mental health counseling and school counseling degrees are going to be CACREP accredited. And then the marriage and family therapy program is going to be COAMFE accredited. Now, I know we talked about support already, but just another layer of that support that you're going to have is going to be internship support. So internships are not just found in these programs, but just so you have an idea, we actually have over 500 learners currently completing internships across the US right now. Capella does provide learners with instructions on how to do that initial legwork in your community to research and then contact potential sites. But if you run into any trouble or require any additional assistance, we also do maintain a list of internship sites available by zip code who have specifically contacted us and asked us for Capella interns. And on top of that, we'll also be assigning a regional faculty advisor who's going to have more information about internship sites in your specific region, as well as professional conferences, training events, associations, and really other resources and practice issues that are going to be regional specific and help you to better connect with prospective internship sites. So you did hear me mention that FlexPath option for some of Capella's programs on the second slide that I chatted about here today. Capella does offer a ton of FlexPath options in business, nursing, healthcare, IT, etc. But within the social and behavioral sciences umbrella, the programs listed here on this slide with the little asterisk next to them are going to be the programs that we do offer in that flexible learning format on FlexPath. So the bachelor's program is going to be 11 to 16 core psychology courses, and you actually have the opportunity to choose some of those courses that you feel will be the best fit for what your personal and career goals are. So within that general psychology program, you can choose program or courses such as like addiction theories, cyber psychology, child development, or even forensic psychology, just to name a few. That Master of Science in Psychology program does consist of 10 to 12 courses, depending on the specialization you choose. Again, there's a couple there for you to choose from. But with this FlexPath format, you are able to work through those required courses at your own pace, which does allow you to move as quickly or slowly through the program as you may need. One thing to note with these FlexPath options, they will not set you up for licensure or certification. So you will see here on the screen that I do have a couple of doctoral programs listed. We are not going to touch base on the doctoral programs within the presentation today, just because they can vary so greatly with dissertations, internships, practicums, and even the number of classes. So if you are interested in a program at the doctoral level, we'll definitely want to get you connected with an enrollment counselor right away so you can learn more about that program that you might have interest in. Now, here's going to be a look at Capella's offerings of social work degree programs. Now, these programs are only going to be offered in Guided Path, but they are accredited by CSWE. I will note that the Bachelor's of Social Work program is new as of this year, and we are so excited about it. And it is currently undergoing the CSWE accreditation process. Really exciting stuff there. We're so excited to be able to offer the social work at the bachelor's level. We also do have two Masters of Social Work programs. We have the standard Masters of Social Work, and we also have an advanced standing and Master of Social Work program. So the difference between these is that the advanced standing Master of Social Work program is going to be reserved for those that already have a CSWE accredited Bachelor's of Social Work degree. So when those people are entering that advanced standing program, they will be required to take a few less courses than those that may not have that background already. One thing to note too with these social work degree programs, there are no residencies where you're going to travel out of state. Instead, two of your courses will feature a weekly 2-hour online hybrid session where you will interact with your instructor and participate in group activities with your classmates via webcam. The next programs that I do want to touch base on here are going to be Capella's ABA programs. So these programs are only going to be offered in Guided Path. The bachelor's level is designed to prepare you for the BCABA exam. The master's level is designed to prepare you for that next step above, which is that BCBA exam. And then the doctoral program we offer is actually pretty unique in that Capella is one of the very few schools that does offer an online program designed to work towards that BCBA D credential. These programs are all going to be aligned to that 5th edition task list, which does adhere to the highest standard BCBA preparation. And then in your capstones, we do also include BDS software in your tuition charges. And that software, that BDS software, provides learners with a series of modules that will help you prepare for the types of questions that you may encounter on the certification exam. New as of last year in the master space, we rolled out 3 different specializations for you to choose from. So we have the autism spectrum disorder specialization, behavioral analysis and education, and then also organization behavior management. And again, those specializations are just there to help you better choose classes that are going to be the best fit for what your goals are. Now, if you are looking to deepen your expertise but might not want to commit to a full master's program and you already have a bachelor's degree, we also offer certificate options. So with a graduate certificate, you'll gain industry-aligned skills and knowledge that help you get ready for a broader range of career possibilities, whether that means taking on more challenging product or projects, maybe going for a promotion, or even seeking a new position. Earning a certificate might help act as a stepping stone between your current job and your goals. Select graduate certificates can also give you an accelerated path towards a master's degree if you ever did decide to continue with a degree. So, for example, the ABA certificate is a total of 8 courses. And then once you graduate with your certificate, you can always apply back to that master's in ABA, and those courses would already be completed. So, you would definitely have a step up. One thing to note is that all of these programs are only offered in the guided path format, and they are also 100% online. Now, if you are interested in a program that's outside of the behavioral health space, we have a ton of different options for you as well. So we have bachelor's, master's, doctoral programs, and certificates in a variety of fields, such as nursing, IT, education, healthcare administration, psychology. I mean, we already talked about psychology, but a ton of different options in a ton of different spaces. And again, within a lot of these areas, we will again have those specializations for you to choose from, which just allows you to develop those professional skills and competencies that you might need to move your career forward. So just an example that I like to throw out there, the MBA that we have, the Master's in Business Administration, has specializations in healthcare management, human resource management, and also project management, just to give you an idea of what those might look like. Now, you did hear me mention that Capella and Key Autism Services does have a partnership. And through this partnership, you as an employee and your immediate family members can take advantage of tuition savings here at Capella. So when you apply to Capella, your $50 application fee is going to be waived. So don't pay for the application if you're thinking about applying. You will also receive a 10% discount on all tuition at Capella, regardless of which program you select, whether that's bachelor's, master's, doctoral program, or a certificate. If you are looking into a guided path program, Capella does offer scholarships, and these are non-competitive scholarships, which range anywhere from $2,500 to $20,000 depending on the program you select. I will note that those $20,000 scholarships are more reserved for the doctoral programs. And then if you are interested in a flex path program, you'll receive a 50% discount on your first billing session, and then you'll receive that 10% discount on all billing sessions needed after that first session. And then if your immediate family member has been thinking about continuing their education, they can also take advantage of these benefits you see here on your screen, just because you're an employee of Key Autism Services. Another wonderful benefit that we do have through this partnership is going to be free continuing education credits. So if you need continuing education credits, whether it be for this year or next year, just know that through this partnership, you don't have to pay for them. So we do offer 2 different learning platforms. One's called Elite Learning and the other is Behavior University. And through those learning platforms, we'll give you a promo code to use at checkout so you can take classes for free and save you anywhere from $15 to $200. So some of the classes that you can take for free do include cultural humility and counseling. There's promoting mental health in schools. Through the Behavior University platform, there's Autism Services in Rural America, Ethics of ABA, and then also a really great class called Play with Purpose. And if you are looking to get a bachelor's degree and might still have general education or elective credits needed for graduation, you also have the option to take general education classes for free through our sister school, Sophia. Now, these Sophia courses are set up very similar to FlexPath in that you can start and end the courses as you'd like. There's over 50 different courses to choose from, and these can be done really quickly. So if you are looking to get started in a bachelor's program, we're definitely going to want to get you connected with an enrollment counselor. They'd be able to take a look at all of your prior transfer credit, if you have them, and then give you an idea of exactly which courses you would need to take. If you did have any credits, elective credits or gen ed credits that could be taken through Sophia, your enrollment counselor would work with you to get you signed up for those. And you can actually start on those before you start a program at Capella, as long as you have an application in. You can also take these Sophia courses alongside your Capella courses if you're taking guided path courses. So again, this is just a really, really good option to save you a ton of time and money on general education courses. So that is really all I have today for the presentation. If you did want more information, I always highly recommend visiting the capella.edu/Key Autism Services partnership page, and you can get there by scanning that QR code right there. On that page, it'll give you information about the entire catalog of courses and programs that we do have here. It'll give you more information on those continuing education credits, the benefits and discounts that we offer, as well as information on how to start an application or connect with an enrollment counselor. So again, check out that webpage if you have any questions. We'll be able to get you set up with anybody in the specific area of your interest, and they'd be able to help answer any questions such as how many courses would I need, what is the time to completion, how much would this cost me, all of that good stuff. So that's really all I have for you today. Do we have any questions in the class or in the room today?